Anthony, summarize, okay?
On the outskirts of a forest. The forest had many poisonous trees and a lake that was home to a demon. The monkey chief called a meeting to warn his subjects and said,
My dear monkeys, you have to be wary here. Do not eat any fruit or drink any water without my permission.
One day, a group of the monkeys set out in search of firewood and wandered far into the forest. As they went along, they passed a lake. The monkeys were tired and thirsty. One of them decided to have a drink from the lake, but the others yelled,
No, don't drink that water. Have you forgotten our chief's warning? Oh dear,
replied the monkey.
I am so thirsty that I entirely forgot. Let's wait here for the chief.
Soon the chief came by and decided to check if the water was safe to drink. The chief investigated around the lake and found footsteps leading to the lake.
I'm sorry, dear monkeys, but this is the demon's lake,
he said. The monkeys replied,
Oh no, what do we do? We are very thirsty.
The chief said,
Let me think of a way to get water.
All of a sudden, the demon jumped out of the lake and screamed,
This is my lake. If anyone enters it, I will eat him up.
The chief said,
Okay, demon, then we'll drink the water without entering the lake.
Ha ha. How will you do that?
mocked the demon. The chief said,
Monkeys, cut some bamboo reeds from that tree.
The monkeys obeyed, and the chief joined all the reeds together and put one end into the lake. He then stood at the other end and sucked through it with all his might. Soon, water began gushing out, and the monkeys drank their fill. The chief then turned to the angry demon and said,
Oh, demon, you might be big and strong, but strength is nothing when compared to brains.
You always have the whole place to yourself.
A stranger at the dinner table making things awkward, or in another room taking up space. It's just you and your people. Because why would you ever share your vacation with someone you wouldn't share your vacation with?
Anthony. Huh? Who want to stand up? Anthony. Can you guys hear him? Anthony. 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 Stand up here. Anthony, stand up. Over here. Open your mouth so that they can hear you. Ready? All right. Anthony, go over here. Open your mouth. Everyone listen to Anthony. Go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead.
There, it was, in. You're being annoying, bro. Stop. So it was a forest that had like poison trees, and it was a lake called the Demon's Lake because it was a demon side of the lake. So the chief said, the monkey chief said, if you want to eat or drink something, you gotta ask the monkey chief first. So one day, the monkeys were getting firewood, and then when they were doing it, they saw a lake, and then they wanted to drink this. So one of the monkeys wanted to do it. So the other monkeys told him to stop. We need to ask the chief first. So they decided to wait for the chief until the chief came, and there was these big footsteps. So he said, this water's not safe. Because the footsteps are the demon's footsteps. So until the demon came out and said, if anyone comes in the lake, I will eat them. So and then I think they grabbed some wood and then sticked it, cut it, and then the monkey chief was sucking it it's all his might to get some water, and then when he did, there were water, and then the demon was confused. The monkey chief said, "You might be strong or powerful, but to compare that to a brain, no." So the moral is that you're strong or powerful, it doesn't compare to the brain.
May, what's the moral?
Cannot be compared to anything. What is the video?
Sherry, what's the moral?
Scary.
What's the moral, Sherry? Hayden, what's moral? You stay back and watch again.
Okay. Maybe. Never.
Andy, PepsiCo, Andy, PepsiCo, run.
Never.
Cô để cho nó kẹt kim cô.
Never underestimate.
Để nó kim cô.
Never underestimate.
Huh?
Never underestimate.
Good. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Size doesn't matter.
Yes, yes.
Work smarter. Work smarter, not harder. Size doesn't matter. Wait, no, that means if your brain is small.
Okay, May. Summarize, okay? Yes, you're smart.
One day, the monk sat in the Hall of Truths,
and discussed how wonderfully kind the Buddha was to dedicate himself to the good of the world. They discussed how the Buddha attained full enlightenment and still journeyed far and wide to help people in need. When the Buddha heard what they were discussing, he said, I, as a Buddha, live for the good of the world. But even in the past, in the days of evil, I lived for the good of the world. After the monks asked, the Buddha told the following story. A very long time ago, in the era of the Buddha Kassapa, there reigned a king named Usinara. In fact, it had been so long since the time of the Buddha Kassapa that the religion had fallen into decay. The monks of those days were corrupt. They did not follow the rules set by the Buddha and associated with women. Monks and nuns would forsake their vows and duties and consort with each other, as well as with other men and women. Most men followed many evil paths. Whenever there was a disagreement, they would resort to violence and murder to prove their point. People did not work to earn what they desired. Instead, they just stole it from others. In those days, people did not have restraint when it came to sex. They would simply force themselves upon others. Both men and women, young and old, no longer respected their marriages or relationships. Their promises and vows were merely a formality. One day, Saka realized that there were human and healer deities being reborn around him. Then looked down and saw the evil of mankind, the deterioration of Buddhism, and the vast hosts of beings being reborn and suffering in hell realms. Saka then thought, I have no choice. I must scare and terrify mankind so that they will once again be fearful of doing evil. Once they have that fear, I can teach the law and help restore the religion which has decayed. With this resolve, Saka summoned his power. Saka then transformed the god Matali into a huge black hound. He was large, ferocious, and scary, and was fastened by a large chain. Saka then transformed himself into a gigantic hunter as tall as 30 men. Saka and Matali descended to the great city and proclaimed, the world is doomed. The world is doomed for destruction. People quickly reported this to the king. The frightened king quickly commanded that the city gates be closed. However, a single bound, Saka the huntsman and Matali the giant black hound jumped over the large city walls and entered the city. Saka acted as if he would let the hound loose, and the people ran away in terror. They hid in their houses and closed their doors and windows. The king stepped out onto the terrace and saw the giant huntsman and big black dog. Then Matali the hound let out an earth-shaking roar. The king felt his heart drop. The king, barely able to resist his fear, found the courage to shakily ask, "What is it you want, great huntsman? Why is your beast roaring so?" Saka the huntsman proclaimed, "My hound is hungry." "If food is what you want, we have that. Please don't hurt anyone. We will give you all the food we have." The king had cart upon cart of food and meat brought out and placed in front of the giant hound Matali. Within an instant, Matali devoured all the food. After which, Matali let out a great roar again. "My hound is not hungry for your pathetic human food." Then, what does your hound want to eat?" "My hound wants to eat the flesh of those who are my enemies." Who are the ones you consider your enemies?" "False monks that shave their heads and don the saffron robe only to strive to make money and enrich themselves. These I consider my enemies." "Sisters of the order who ordain, shave their head. Brahmins who learn skills in the holy rite, only to use their skills old. Those who verbally abuse or berate their parents as useless, stupid, and worthless. These I consider my enemies. Those who go after the wives of others, such as the one from others. These I consider my enemies. Men who seek to live from fooling women. These I consider my enemies. I will let my hound loose, and he will devour you all." The hunter spoke so loudly that people from many countries could hear him. All the people who heard this proclamation dropped to their knees in fear. Saka then took off the disguise of the hunter and changed to his celestial form. He then said, "See here, human king. I am Saka, the king of the gods. I came to instill the fear of doing evil in the hearts of mankind. Mankind has grown full of evil and has not maintained moral dread and shame of doing evil. Once these evil men die, they are reborn in hell and suffer for a very long time. Because there is so much evil in the world, the heavens have not had many reborn there. From now on, I will keep an eye on those who do evil, and I know how to deal with them. May all evildoers be vigilant. There are real and serious consequences for the evil that you do." And with this warning, Saka helped the people regain their sense of shame and dread of evildoing, and he helped strengthen the religion for yet another 1,000 years. At the end of the story, the Buddha said, "In those days, I also lived for the good of the world. At that time, in that life, Ananda was Matali, and I was Saka."
Cây mấy?
Like stealing and violence. And so, like, I guess this guy up in the sky, saw, the evil word, so he, shot some laser beam, I guess. Shot something down in the water, and then there was like, this guy outside of him, and, these guys, died. And so they came and he destroyed the city and then the king I think the king tried to ride them was like some food for the dog and the dog ate it all and the dog ate the dog. Wait, you said the dog ate the dog. No, no. This is the dog. The dog ate the cow.
Here's the person.
Dog ate
And then somehow we went to turn into the guy and he was telling like the city on how anyone gonna watch them and that they could change and not choose anyone you want.
Okay, dragon. Where's the moral, dragon? Yes.
If you do something bad, make him back to me. Or you put a hand.
Who did something bad before? Raise your hand.
Everybody has. Yeah, everybody has.
All right. Elizabeth, what do you do? Huh? What's that?
Oh, that. That's just like that one. That's like turtle. Just like. And then you did.
and then it gets out, it's like a straw. And then I accidentally like with it and then it got from the ground. And then well my old cousin, he's a boy. He's like he's not a little bit sad and he's
Okay, Jennifer, what you do before? Dragon, what you do?
There's the kid in the stomach.
What's that?
There's the kid in the stomach.
What's about?
Oh, talking about my family, so I got mad, so I punched him.
Yes.
I was playing, I was dodgeball with Dragon. I went and came on and I accidentally threw the ball and 3 times the balls.
Yeah. Yes. Huh? Yes. Kaden. Huh? You burn the school? 5. Okay. Yes.
Punch my little brother every day.
What do you do?
Punch my little brother every day. He's annoying.
Cannot do that. Anthony, what do you do?
Don't talk about that.
Yeah. What's that? No, no. Terry, what you do?
No.
Mày.
I don't know.
You've never done anything bad.
Yes.
Okay, I threw water bottle at my face.
Listen, listen. You know, if you are older, if you
Me, that was funny. That's not me. I want to be
was open, so thought that he would like, oh, doors, like, he like, just push the door, and so then I